Hello, welcome to Twisted Tarot. My name is Shelby, and I'm about to do a reading for the sign of Scorpio. I'm going to look at the entire year. First, we will break the year down into main energies and the 4 seasons with the Unveiled Tarot, and then I'll break down the 12 months with the Sci-Fi Tarot. Now, I open my reading by hitting the singing bowl just to get the vibrations in here lined up with receiving messages. I'm going to be quiet for a few seconds, so if you want to go ahead and send me some of your psychic energy while I'm shuffling, that would be great. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we are looking at the main energy or recurring energy that we'll see throughout the year, and we're looking at the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands basically means that this character has a bunch of ideas. They know what they want to do next, but they might need a little help. They might need a little collaboration. So there's some big energy around a project or a plan, but it looks like there needs to be some sort of outside factor coming in to actually complete it. So we'll see if there's a hint about that throughout the year. The top card is the twist or a surprise or what you don't see coming. It might actually clarify some of the stuff that comes out for the year, but we will look at that later. Okay, for winter, January, February, March, we have the King of Pentacles. So the energy of this card relates to material well-being, material success, leadership, generosity, fairness. You can see from the image here, it's kind of like a board meeting, and everyone is paying close attention to this part of the room. But then we also have a gambler. These cards are great because it shows you the dual nature of the cards. So that's something to keep in mind, is you're going to have a lot of personal power, and you might need to be careful of how you use it. In the spring, so April, May, June, we're looking at strength. This doesn't have to do with physical strength. This has to do with mental and emotional strength, knowing yourself. Yeah, that's the bottom line, is knowing yourself and knowing how to make integral decisions. Okay, in the summer, we're looking at Ace of Cups. Ace is new beginnings, and Cups has to do with emotions. So this is a really excellent card because this means that there's going to be something that will bring you emotional fulfillment. It could be a new relationship, it could be an upgrade in an existing relationship, or you could reach a new level of loving yourself in the summer. So we'll see what kind of cards come up to enhance that. In the fall, we have the Fool. So the energy of the Fool card is new beginnings, but it's more nebulous. It's more like you are not sure what is down the road. It could be a surprise new beginning. It could also mean that you're taking on the personality or attributes of somebody who is young, or a little bit ignorant, and that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. Ignorance is bliss. Sometimes we need to look at things from an innocent or new perspective. So let's pull the 12 cards for the months of the year and see how they relate to the energies for the seasons. Okay, Scorpio, why do we have the King of Pentacles in the winter? Give me 3 cards. In the spring, why do we have strength for Scorpio? 3 cards for spring for Scorpio. Summer, Ace of Cups. Why do we have Ace of Cups for summer? 3 cards. Okay, and finally in the fall, why do we have the Fool? 3 cards for the end of the year. 2 more cards. Okay, let's look at winter first. January, February, March. Okay, so for the rest of this month, you might be in a situation where you are negotiating or you're defending your position in some way. There may be different opinions. There might be different egos and energies that you'll have to play a part in balancing out. You can see by this card, we have a space traveler who's fighting off aliens. Now, this image is, there's no real violence going on. They're coming at her, but she will be able to negotiate her way out of the situation. And that's the basic energy for this month. February, there's going to be a little bit of confusion or lack of information around a certain situation. We have to think of, what the landscape looks like during the day. When we think of the moon card, there's darkness, there's mystery, it has to do with unknown factors. But think of what that scenario looks like during the day. You already know what's there. You're just questioning what you already know. So keep that in mind for February. There might be some, some mysteries or some unknown factors, but what the moon card tells you is you do actually already know. You just have to look at it from a different perspective. Sorry. March. Okay, 9 of Wands. This card has to do with stress, being overburdened, having to let go of something. So if we take these 3 cards and bring them back to the main energy of King of Pentacles for the rest of winter, there's definitely some balancing out and some leadership going on here. Now, Wands tends to do with creativity. So that might be a hint on how to get out of this darkness is be creative with your problem solving, and you'll probably find the solution. In the spring, April, we have the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles has to do with an exchange of ideas or material possessions. It usually has something to do with generosity. Either you are being generous or someone is being generous with you. May, 2 of Cups. So this refers to romance. It could be a new relationship, or it could be that you are, becoming interested in someone new, or someone new is becoming interested in you. If it's not romantic, then this is something that you're very passionate about, or it could be a friendship or a work relationship that is getting a boost. At the end of the spring, we have the Page of Wands. Pages are youthful energy. They are messengers, they are students, and wands, again, has to do with creativity, creative action. So at the end of the spring, you're going to have something that you're going to be inspired about, that you're going to want to take action on. In the summer, beginning of summer, we're looking at the 7 of Cups. So this card means that you're going to need to make a decision because there are several good options. So you're going to have to basically look inward and figure out what is best for you. But there's nothing negative about this card. It just means that you have too much. Reduce what you're working on, reduce what you have, and you'll be more grateful for the things that are active in your life. Five of Wands. This has to do with conflict again, but ideas. So in the middle of summer, there's going to be a situation where, again, you have to um, be a diplomat, negotiate, be a middleman, this sort of thing. Ten of Pentacles. This is a great card. This card means abundance for everyone. Abundance for you, abundance for your family, abundance for your cat, abundance for your garden, everything. But again, this one also means that you might have a little bit too much or that you have enough to give. So if the Ace of Cups is the main energy for the summer, this essentially means that whatever is happening here, you might be sharing it with someone, or it's making you love yourself more. Fool at the end of the year in the fall. Ace of Pentacles. This is a great card. Again, aces are new beginnings. Oh, you have two new beginnings at the end of the year. Pentacles refers to material. So this could be an upgrade in your job. It could be a new job. It could be an upgrade in your skills, or it could be a surprise monetary gift of some kind. Ace of Cups. So you had that as your main theme in the summer, and it's continuing into the fall. This is not meant to be a love reading. It's just supposed to be general energies for the year, but because of the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups coming up earlier, it does look like there's romance this year. And finally, at the end of the year, we have the Tower. Don't let that scare you. The Tower is a necessary card for changes and upgrades. Whenever we get too comfortable or complacent with our situation, the universe will come in and tear that shit down if it is not meant for us. So something at the end of the year, it might be a little shocking, but something is going to be torn down, or you might see the truth of a situation that will not be so pleasant. But again, this is necessary. So whatever this is preparing for you for in the new year, it should be great. And look at that. The Fool is, it's about new energy, and it's about kind of trusting in the path. You have two cards for new stuff happening here, and then something ending. So the Fool is telling you just trust whatever is happening here. That's great. So let's look at the twist or the surprise or the extra advice. The Chariot. That's awesome. It actually kind of refers very much to these last cards. So the Chariot is forward movement, very positive in regards to reaching people's goals, this sort of thing. But it reminds us to be mindful of potential obstacles. Even if we're really familiar with the road that we're taking, shit can happen, storms can happen. So that's the general energy here, is be mindful of potential obstacles and you'll be able to overcome them. So if we look at the Three of Wands for the general energy of the year, you're going to be building something with someone, or you're going to be finding collaborators to build something with. So definitely the energy of working with other people and using your own integrity and your own intuition to make big decisions. So I know I did not go very deep into all the cards with this reading, but I hope that you will subscribe to the channel. Whenever I get to do the monthly readings, I will be referring back to these cards and we'll be able to go in much more depth. So again, I thank you for your time. Hit like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.